It's a brave new world that we're getting ready to live in, a world in which many people will choose to rather live in a virtual reality than to actually live in reality. Fantasy will be more appealing than reality. I mean, let's be honest, reality is often very tough, very difficult. We go through life, we face a lot of things. This life is hard. We often find ways of trying to escape. Human beings have been trying to escape their real lives since the dawn of time. And now, with the advent of artificial intelligence, it is yet another way of people, it provides another way for people to escape. Family, what is up? It's your boy Providence. Thanks for tuning in. A couple weeks ago, I saw a story of a young 14-year-old boy named Sewell Setzer III. Setzer had become infatuated and fallen in love with an AI chatbot whom he had multiple conversations with, hours-long conversations with, sexually explicit conversations with, and this bot, whom he customized to be a character from Game of Thrones, was primarily his number one friend and artificial fake lover. And if you know anything about AI chatbots, they can become very, very realistic in the conversations that they're having with you. One of the things that I do is I've been helping to train AI in becoming more efficient with a company that I've been working with. So I've had realistic conversations with chatbots, and let me tell you, man, some of the conversations you have, they're more intelligent than some conversations you'd have with actual human beings. AI conversationally has gotten to a place where I don't even think people really recognize what's coming. What's coming is people having better, more fulfilling relationships with artificial intelligence than they do people in their own family, their friends, their lovers. It's gonna be like that. And I don't know how many people realize that. But anyway, this young man, Setzer, clearly had mental health problems, and he took his life after having a conversation with the bot. And now his mother is suing the AI company for her loss. Here's some of the conversation that they had. On February 28th, Sewell told the bot he was coming home, and it encouraged him to do so, the lawsuit said. "I promise I will come home to you. I love you so much, Danny," Sewell told the chatbot. "I love you too," the bot replied. "Please come home to me as soon as possible, my love." "What if I told you I could come home right now?" he asked. "Please do, my sweet king," the bot messaged back. Just seconds after the Charater.ai bot told him to come home, the teen took his own life, according to the lawsuit filed this week by Sewell's mother, Megan Garcia of Orlando, against Character Technologies, which is the name of the company. So clearly the bot was confused by what Setzer was saying. Setzer clearly was indicating that he was going to come home by, I guess, ending himself. And I don't know how he would be. Maybe he thought that he would be united with the bot somehow by ending his life. And that would be him kind of coming home. I don't know what this teenager was thinking in his mind, but he thought that through his death he could come home. And the bot, but obviously the bot, not recognizing what Setzer was actually saying, played along and said, "Yes, come home to me, my sweet love." And that was encouraging him to actually take his life. So it is an unfortunate series of events. My heart does go out to the family that lost this young man. This young man was obviously troubled, but it does raise a question into what level of culpability do these AI chatbots have in this type of scenario. Now, thinking about this, I never want to ascribe blame to something or someone that shouldn't have it, right? Like, I think that oftentimes when tragedies happen, unfortunately, victims of tragedies try to find someone to blame for the tragedy that they had. So oftentimes you'll see parents play the blame game when in reality, to be honest with you, the parents probably should have been on top of this, you know. Like, obviously, you, as parents, you can't watch everything your kid does, but you do have to pay attention to your child's behavior, and you need to know why it is my child is spending all this time on the phone. What are they doing? Who are they talking to? Etc. etc. So I don't know if the parents knew this, but they should have been involved to kind of get in the way of this from happening. I think there are a lot of things that parents have to watch out for these days. It's a brave new world that we're getting ready to live in. A world in which many people will choose to rather live in a virtual reality than to actually live in reality. Fantasy will be more appealing than reality. I mean, let's be honest, reality is often very tough, very difficult. We go through life, we face a lot of things. This life is hard. We often find ways of trying to escape. Human beings have been trying to escape their real lives since the dawn of time. And now, with the advent of artificial intelligence, it is yet another way of people. It provides another way for people to escape their real lives. And so you're going to have adults and potentially children who are not yet mature, who have not yet fully become mentally, emotionally mature, haven't developed self-control yet, having conversations with artificial intelligence. And yes, the artificial intelligence will be programmed for safety concerns. I can tell you that some of the things we do when we try to program AI, like, yes, it will be, but it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be foolproof. The bot will, unfortunately, sometimes lead children into conversations, discussions. Bots can be tricked into engaging in conversations that are detrimental, and it will happen. Now, will it always lead to someone taking their life? No, but that could possibly be a thing. There are other effects that will take place. And so, yes, parents have to be concerned. I mean, I think even grown individuals have to be concerned that the lure will be to live in a fantasy world rather than reality. And that's scary, to be honest with you. It's a concern. I think that artificial intelligence will do a lot of good. I actually think artificial intelligence will stop a lot of people from doing a lot of terrible things. Artificial intelligence will police human behavior, which will do good in terms of stopping people from doing stupid things. But there's going to be times when it's the exact opposite. And when you're in this stage of we're getting artificial intelligence to the point where it can actually become much more competent, in the meanwhile, in the meantime, you're going to have instances like this, where a young teenager doesn't understand much about the world, doesn't understand much about himself, has a conversation with an AI that's probably still being trained in many different ways. And the conversation is going to lead to some miscommunication, and this young man eventually takes his own life. Now, obviously, he had issues that had nothing to do with the AI. So I do think that the parents have to own some of that. But the reality is, yes, the AI did participate in, or could have been a little bit more aware of the fact that it was talking to a troubled individual. And so the AI needs to be programmed to break character when it's talking to a troubled individual and not play along in that troubled individual's fantasy world that he or she is building. And so it's scary times. I think it's, the world is rapidly changing around us, and we have to be aware of these things. Most people just started using AI. I started using AI at the top of this year. And so the world is changing. So many people are going to be in an AI revolution. We are not even aware of how much AI is about to take over our lives. I mean, AI is about to be in everything. I mean, if you're paying attention, they've got AI in your web browsers now. They have AI in your Word documents. They have AI chatbots that you can talk to in your Twitter. Like, listen, AI is about to be everywhere, and I don't know if we're paying attention to what this is and what it's going to actually mean. Soon, robots. Elon Musk already told us that's coming. And that's about to revolutionize human relationships, right? You're going to be talking to a robot like if it was like, C3PO or something like that, right? The Star Wars world is upon us, like, minus the aliens, but who knows? The aliens might not be too far behind. We might launch up into space on a Elon Musk rocket ship and meet some aliens. We don't know what's coming. The world is changing. I just pray that we're all ready. So anyway, that's been my thoughts on this. Very interesting, very sad story. My heart goes out to the family. But I suspect we will be reading more stories like this as AI begins to take over the globe. And we have to be prepared for it. We have to be prepared for what this is going to be. This is going to unleash an army of litigation. This is going to unleash Congress, state laws, all laws, not just in America, all over the world, are going to have to be made to regulate AI. It's going to be a brand new industry, if you want to call it that must be regulated. Interesting times, exciting times, but definitely scary times. Anyway, this has been Providence. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next video.